Every F-35 you've ever seen on the news is lying to you. Not about its stealth, not about its missiles, about the one system hidden inside it that even most pilots won't discuss on record, a capability so powerful the Pentagon spent 2 decades trying to keep it out of headlines. It's not the radar. It's not the engine. It's something stitched into the jet's brain. And once you understand it, you'll never look at a dogfight the same way again. Before we get into it, hit subscribe, because AEROSTRIKE breaks down the real engineering behind the world's most secretive aircraft every single week. Section 1. The myth. For years, the story on the F-35 has been the same. Stealth, radar, evading shape, low observability. That's the headline every documentary repeats. And sure, stealth matters, but stealth is old news by military standards. Russia and China have both fielded jets that claim reduced radar signatures. Stealth alone doesn't win a modern war anymore. It buys you time, not victory. So if stealth isn't the F-35's real trump card, what is? The answer lies in a part of the aircraft that never shows up in the flashy airshow reels. The part that doesn't have wings, engines, or a cockpit at all. It's software. Specifically, it's what the F-35 does with information. Section 2. The Sensor Fusion Secret. Here's the piece almost nobody outside the program talks about. Sensor fusion. The F-35 carries an array of sensors, radar, infrared cameras, electronic warfare receivers mounted all over the airframe. On older jets, each of these systems feeds its own separate screen. The pilot has to mentally stitch together radar contacts, heat signatures, and threat warnings in their head under stress at 500 miles an hour. The F-35 doesn't do that. Its central computer, some call it the plane's true weapon, takes every sensor's data and fuses it into a single, unified picture. One track, one threat list, one tactical picture shared not just with the pilot, but potentially with every other F-35 inches the formation, and even with ships, ground troops, and other aircraft nearby. Think about what that means. A single F-35 flying near the coast can detect a threat with its infrared search and track system, quietly, without ever using radar, meaning the enemy has no warning they've even been spotted. That data gets fused, encrypted, and instantly shared across the network. Every friendly asset in the area suddenly sees the threat, without ever revealing their own position. Section 3. Why this changes everything. This is where it gets wild. In a traditional dogfight, the winner is usually whoever spots the enemy first and reacts fastest. The F-35 doesn't just react faster, it removes the guesswork entirely. Pilots have described the experience as less like flying a fighter jet and more like playing a video game with God mode vision. They're not staring at raw radar blips anymore. They're looking at a fully processed battlefield with threats already identified, prioritized, and color-coded. That's the part defense analysts obsess over but rarely explain. Simply, the F-35 isn't just a stealth fighter. It's a flying data node, a sensor platform that happens to also carry weapons. Some pilots have gone as far as calling it a quarterback in the sky, silently directing other aircraft, ships, and ground units using information the enemy has no idea even exists. And here's the kicker. This fusion system is precisely why so many allied nations pushed so hard to get their hands on the F-35, even at a staggering cost. It's not just about buying a fighter jet. It's about buying into an entire network battle system that makes every other asset around it smarter. Section 4. The catch. Controversy. Now, it's not all perfect. This same sensor fusion system has been a source of massive controversy for years. Early versions of the software were plagued with bugs, delays, and cost overruns that pushed the program's price tag past $1.7 trillion over its lifetime, making it the most expensive weapons program in human history. Critics have pointed out that relying so heavily on software means the F-35 is only as good as its latest update. A glitch in the fusion algorithm, a delay in a security patch, and suddenly that God mode battlefield vision can degrade. It's a jet that lives and dies by code, not just by steel, and thrust a genuinely new kind of vulnerability that older, simpler fighters never had to worry about. But even with those growing pains, most military analysts agree on one thing. No other fighter jet in the world fuses sensor data this completely. Not the Su-57, not the J-20. The F-35's true advantage was never really about being invisible to radar. It's about making the pilot invisible to confusion, giving them a battlefield picture so complete, so instant, that decisions which used to take precious seconds now happen almost automatically. Section 5. The bigger picture. And that's really the secret nobody talks about. We obsess over top speeds, missile ranges, and radar cross-sections because those numbers are easy to compare. But wars aren't won by the fastest jet or the biggest missile anymore. They're won by whoever understands the battlefield first. The F-35 was built around that single idea, years before most military planners even had language for it. It's a fighter jet designed less like a hot rod and more like a command center with wings. And that shift in philosophy is quietly reshaping how every next-generation fighter on Earth is being designed right now, from America's NGAD program to China's next stealth prototype. So next time someone tells you the F-35's advantage is stealth, you'll know the real story runs a lot deeper than a paint job and an odd-shaped fuselage. If this broke down something you didn't know, smash that like button, drop a comment telling us which jet you want covered next, and subscribe to AEROSTRIKE, because we're just getting started uncovering the secrets hiding behind the world's most advanced aircraft. See you in the next one.